What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this bit of a transfer special, transfer announcement. Just when you thought Liverpool were going to sign no centre-backs, then like buses, two come along at once. Yep, you've heard me right, folks. Two centre-backs are going to be in the door, all done and dusted and unveiled before the 11 p.m. deadline tonight. The paperwork has been signed on both deals. Delighted to say that Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies will both be joining Liverpool. Ben Davies with a fee that could rise up to 2.5 million, I believe, with a 20% sell on there for Preston as well. But the big one, I suppose, is Ozan Kabak, a player who we had been linked with for a very, very, very long time. Looked like at one point he was going to be joining AC Milan. They had been linked with a move up to about 20 million quid for him. But the deal is yet to be confirmed in the public as to exactly what the figures are. But it's looking like it's somewhere around 1.5 to 2 million euro as a loan deal, and then an option to buy for about 20 million quid at the end of it. Now, it is an option to buy, not an obligation to buy, which makes it far more palatable for Liverpool. And yet again, Michael Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, has gone out there and done absolute wonderful business. This is class. We thought we were struggling to get one in. We've got two in. Gotta say fair play to the owners. Gotta say well done to the recruitment team. Gotta say well done to Michael Edwards as well. And my favourite moment of the day so far, I was on Twitter earlier on, going through my timeline, seen a tweet talking about Michael Edwards, and KFC UK and Ireland quote tweeted it by saying Michael Edwards could come in for a snack box meal and walk out with the secret recipe and the shirt off my back. You've got to love that, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to love that. I've got some more information around these deals as well, what we can expect from both players, a few other bits and pieces to go through as well. Liverpool have also signed 19-year-old Northern Ireland goalkeeper Liam Hughes from Celtic. He'll be joining to play with the under-23s. How the hell are we, everybody? Somebody's mad in the chat. I don't know why you're mad, mate. You got to be over the moon like the rest of us, surely. I'm absolutely tickety-boo, as I like to say, folks. You know my phrase on this one, tickety-boo. But this is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Ozan Kabak is somebody who's called the Turkish Wall. He's somebody who's very highly thought of. Now, you know, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite, back at the time we were originally linked with Ozan Kabak, my questions were around his attitude. He had been banned, obviously, for spitting in Germany for a number of games. I think it was 7 games. But obviously, Kloppo would have spoke to his best mate David Wagner. He would have got a glowing reference, and of course we've been tracking this guy for a while as well. The brilliance of this deal is it gives us time to assess him properly, to see how he fits in with the squad, and then of course the loan fee is very minimal, but then we have the option to sign him in the summer for a knockdown fee of about 20 million quid, which is a lot less than they were looking for him back last summer when AC Milan and Liverpool were originally sniffing around. Sepp van den Berg looks like he'll be going to Preston as well. I think there could even be an option to buy in there for Preston for Sepp van den Berg. But all in all, ladies and gentlemen, this should give us a bit of a platform to push on. This should give Jurgen Klopp a few more solutions to add to the list of headaches that he already has. But we've also got to be mindful of the fact that there's no guarantee these guys will slide in and fit in straight away. Klopp will make sure that they're 1, up to fitness levels, 2, up to par with the tactical nous that they need to be to play for Liverpool. But look, we asked for centre-backs, we've gotten centre-backs. Cannot be any happier about it. Loads of people in the chat have saying absolutely buzzing. We've literally spent no money at all. Kind of have, mate. I mean, we've got the deal for Ben Davies, which is going to rise up to maybe 2.5 million. And again, I want to reiterate that Preston do have a sell-on clause there of 20% as well. Celtic were very highly interested in signing Davies. In fact, they thought they'd got the deal done because he was able to sign a pre-contract because he was in the last 6 months of his Preston deal. So Celtic thought they were going to get him on a pre-contract for the start of next season. But Michael Edwards and Liverpool nipped in, got the deal done, and Ben Davies is now a Liverpool player. And all the references that I've seen, all the people have spoken about him, have nothing but positive stuff to say about Ben Davies. The Ozan Kabak one is the one that really shocked us all today. There were so many names floating around. Is this guy from Marseille going to join? Is this guy going to join? But once Mustafi got that move to Schalke, it was fairly clear that Ozan Kabak was going to become a Liverpool player, at least until the end of the season, again, with the potential to go until whatever, if we sign him up for another 4 years. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I recorded the Brighton preview video earlier on today as well. I spoke with Leon from Boyle Sports. That's going to be coming out tomorrow morning. So much stuff. I've already done a couple of transfer shows on other channels today. I'm going to be on here with you guys talking about Kabak. Then I'm going to head over to Claude and the Bansters channel to join their transfer show. And then I'll be back on here at 9:30 to take you guys right through till the window closes at 11 o'clock as well, just in case there's any last minute surprises. But I want to just give you guys the chance, ladies and gentlemen, to share your thoughts on it, to let me know and let other Liverpool fans know how happy or maybe how unhappy, if it's not the centre-back you wanted, that you are. But all in all, it's a great day. So fair play to FSG, fair play to Kloppo, fair play to Mike Gordon, fair play to everybody involved, fair play to, I don't know, the tea lady, everyone. Why not? Your Insta has been mental with links as well, said Irish Guard. That's a Conor Crosby thing, buddy. I don't run the Instagram account. I just do all the content. Jesus, Craig is busy, said Lee. Mate, I'm all over the place today. I've been sitting in front of this computer since the time I woke up, and I'll be here right until 11 p.m. But as I always say, man, there's nowhere else I would rather be. Anfield agenda right now is very close to getting to our next target of 68,700 subs. So if you haven't yet subscribed, folks, please do hit that subscribe button. But I want to know your thoughts on, one, the value of these deals. As I said, the Ben Davies one could go up to about 2.5 million, and then the sell-on clause, and then the Kabak loan deal. There's a few different figures going around. Some are saying 1.5 million, some are saying up to 2.5 million, but either way, it's a small loan fee with an option to buy at the end of the season. Not an obligation, an option to buy. I want to make that very clear. Kabak 6'1" or 6 foot, I think, said X Keys. He's 6'1". I checked that before we came on, which again is on the very small side for a Premier League centre back. We spoke about Ben White before, and that one of the reasons that Liverpool were a bit ominous about pulling the trigger to try and sign that guy was because of his aerial duel success rate. Ozan Kabak is apparently very strong aerially, even for somebody who's just 6'1". I say just 6'1". Little old dwarfy me here is only 5'10", but there you go. My friend, I'm back. Please say Arsenal are trash. Well, you paid me $1.99, mate, to say Arsenal are trash, so there you go. Michael Edwards is the GOAT, said Team Beast. I can't disagree with you, mate. Excellent deal, says Shajid Khan. What else have we got in the chat? What do you think will happen with Nat Phillips? Well, I don't see Nat Phillips going anywhere before the window closes, but look, it's no secret. Nat Phillips was supposed to be moved on last summer. I think it was both Bristol and Swansea that were interested in taking him. Those deals didn't work out. Thankfully for us, he stayed at Liverpool, and when he has been called upon, he's generally been very good, and he will go on to have a good career somewhere as a first choice centre back. May not be at the very top level of football, but either way, Nat Phillips was absolutely class. Ben Davies, same height as well, said Pat Moynihan. Kabak will be brilliant at Liverpool, said somebody else whose name's moving too quickly. Kabak's supposed to be great in the air. Absolutely. That's why he's called the Wall. I said that at the very start of the video. He's called the Wall because he's very good aerially and he's very good on the ground. And I've no doubt that Klopp will have spoken intensively to David Wagner about the guy. Wagner was the manager at Schalke at the start of the season. I told you guys before that Schalke were in, like many other clubs, a bit of a financial mess right now. They look almost nailed on to be relegated down to Bundesliga 2, which for a club of their stature is absolutely shocking, to be fair. And I've no doubt that Klopp would have received glowing references, or Kabak wouldn't be coming in the door. It could potentially be another master stroke and another very clever piece of business by the owners. Let's wait and see. Welcome both guys in with open arms. But one thing I will say here, folks, Ben Davies should not be underestimated. This guy has done the rounds. This guy has earned his stripes, and anybody that you will see from the Preston fan base or anywhere else that the guy has played football speak really highly of him, say that he's always willing to learn. And I think this could be an absolute snip for the price that we're paying for the guy. I really do. Nat Phillips could be sacked off that easily after performance he's put out. The plan was always that Nat Phillips was going to move on, mate. It was never... I mean, the fact that he got some minutes this season will probably boost the profile of the club that he can go to. So rather than looking at it in a negative, saying he's been binned off by Liverpool, look at it in a positive way. He'll probably be able to get himself a move to a bigger club by those impressive displays that he's put in. What have we got? Is it a loan? Which one? The Ben Davies one, no, that's a permanent deal. We have Ben Davies. That's going to be signed, or is signed, excuse me. That's done and dusted. The Ozan Kabak one is initially a loan until June, but there is an option for Liverpool to buy. I think the figure is around 18 to 20 million pound for the option to buy. The loan figure, I'm seeing figures of 1.5 million to 2.5 million euros being mentioned, but both deals are done, folks. They're in the bags, don't worry about them. Both lots of paperwork have been signed. The Davies deal has been announced. That young Northern Irish goalkeeper as well on his way in, and a few other bits and pieces as well. Fabrizio Romano had this to say: more about Kabak. Loan fee will be higher than 1.5 million euro, around 2.5 million euro. What option to buy? Liverpool never considered signing him on a permanent deal. Obligation to buy. Mustafi joined Schalke as a replacement. Braga turned down 2 bids from Liverpool for Carmo, who was another centre-back that we were looking at, obviously playing for Braga over there in Portugal. And what's the next one that I have for you guys here? So the Athletic were quick to put out an article as well to say the Athletic understands a cut price fee of around 1.6 million was quickly agreed between Liverpool and Preston, who also have a 20% sell-on clause. An official announcement is expected, which has since happened. Bournemouth were also keen on securing Davies' signature and willing to pay a higher fee once the 25-year-old was offered the fact that Liverpool wanted to bring him in. His only had eyes for Anfield. Celtic are understood to be gutted. As I did explain to you guys earlier on in the video, Celtic thought that they were going to nab him on a pre-contract agreement ready to go for next summer as well. But both players are going to be Liverpool players now, so welcome to the family to both of them. And this is the little boost, the little shot in the arm that we needed, folks, to help us push on to the second half of the season. Loads of games still to come up. We've a massive 2 games this week. Brighton coming up on Wednesday. Then that huge game against Manchester City on Sunday as well. Our midfield will be going back to full strength at Anthony Davies, and that's a really, really important point. The fact that we're going to be able to move Henderson or maybe Fabinho back into midfield, we could have the dream team. We could have the dream trio for me, which would be Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago. That's what we've always hoped for in midfield. Then you supplement that with the likes of Naby Keita, Gini until the end of the season. Milner's there as well. Curtis Jones is playing himself into magnificent form. I thought he absolutely transformed the game when he came on against West Ham. Got involved straight away, was involved in Salah's first goal. It's gone from being a space a few weeks ago, folks, where we're all pulling our hair out to, well, I wasn't obviously, to right now where we're back on cloud 9 again and we look like we could be pushing ourselves back into a title race and again strengthening our chances of the Champions League. Can't forget about that. It's my favourite trophy. I hope you guys are happy about the transfer. I mean, I'm dipping into the chat now to see how you're all feeling. Do you reckon he'll play versus Brighton? I'd be very surprised, mate. 1, I don't know when the registration cut-off point is. I've got to be honest about that one. But 2, like we've seen with many other players that have come in under Jurgen Klopp, he wants to make sure that they're up to speed before dropping them in. So I would imagine he'll have a look at them in training. He'll see what both players' fitness levels are like. He'll see how they adapt into the system. Although, look, a lot of that research will have been done beforehand. But it's the Kabak one that really took me by surprise. I mean, we knew about Ben Davies yesterday. We thought that that one was going to happen. But today, to see the Kabak deal done so quickly, it's just phenomenal. It really is. And you've got to tip your hat to the club for getting it done. The manager said he needed a centre-back. The manager said that the season could potentially be on the line. The owners stuck their hands in their pockets. Yes, it might be just a loan fee, but even at that, they've negotiated a very reasonable purchase fee at the end of the season if Liverpool do want to buy the guy. And again, something else that shocked me here, and I don't know if this shocked anybody else. So immediately when I was hearing about Ozan Kabak, I thought to myself, well, will that affect the foreign player ratio or the homegrown player ratio? He's under 21. I can't believe that he looks so much older. He's 20 years of age, I believe. 6'1" in height. So again, no problems there with registering him because he's an under 21, which is absolutely brilliant. Another masterstroke from the club. Why is Michael Edwards so good? I don't know, Liam, but I wouldn't complain about it, mate. And one thing you've got to say, when FSG have come to the club between Mike Gordon with Michael Edwards, Jurgen Klopp, they've brought in the best of the best at what they do, and it's paid off massively for them. Michael Edwards is definitely a genius. A centre-back, wow, that's rare. Oh, no, Mustafa. 2 centre-backs, my friend. Not just 1, 2 centre-backs. Just like buses, when you think there's none coming, all of them 2 come at once. All of a sudden 2 come at once, I should say. Does Kabak have to quarantine when he signs? Hand on heart, mate, I don't know the UK quarantine rules, so I will give you more information on that later on, because I will be back at about 9:30 again to take you guys right through to the close of the transfer window. I just wanted to get on straight away to give you guys this news, because a certain journalist friend of mine messaged me to let me know it's all done and dusted. It will be announced in the coming hours. Don't you worry about it. Kabak, Davies are officially Liverpool players. You love to see it. You really do. Craig Bobby Masterclass said, Jake, yeah, look, I'm hoping I've done my team prediction and score prediction for the Brighton game. That's going to be coming out tomorrow morning. Again, tomorrow I'll be over in Mundo Sport doing a watch along of Manchester United's game against Southampton, so I hope you can join me over there for that one. But I want to get more of your reaction here, folks, for the deal that's taken Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies to Liverpool. No, we're not bringing in Carmo as well, mate. No. I think they wanted too much money, so that's off the table. But look, we've got two in. Surely we can't be complaining after getting two centre backs in the door. Kabak 21 in March, said Mike. Yeah, I was shocked to see he was so young. Thoughts on Ramos linked with United? I'm going to say the exact same thing, John, as I said to you guys when he was linked with Liverpool. This stinks of Sergio Ramos looking for a big payday at Real Madrid. I don't think he has any intention of going anywhere. It's a game of brinksmanship between himself and Florentino Perez over who blinks first and who backs down. And I think both will have to give way, and I think Sergio Ramos will remain at Real Madrid. They quite frankly can't let him go. So I don't think he'll end up anywhere. He's used United before, I think, to try and get a better deal. He tried to use Liverpool earlier on as well. He'll end up staying at Madrid, I think. I think he'll sign a new contract there. My phone's lighting up like a Christmas tree here, so I'm always checking it in case there's new news. Great news as well, by the way. I'll be interviewing Graham Hunter later on in the week. Spanish football journalist, broadcast legend, and the man who inspired me to start making content. I'm going to be hearing back from Graham later on tonight just to confirm that it will be on Thursday. Jack May had to push till tomorrow, so that'll be recorded tomorrow. The Anfield Agenda podcast with myself, Jack Gill and Steve Bland, that'll be recorded tomorrow. That'll be out on Wednesday. Jack Gill did a video earlier on today as well. Look out for more stuff during the day coming up from Jack. We're always mindful that you guys watch at different times, so we're trying to put out daily content as well. Stuff around 1 p.m, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, stuff like that. That's where Jack and Steve are going to step in to give me a hand, because I can't do those videos. I can only come on after 3 in the afternoon. Akish said, like everyone, I'm excited about Kabak and Davies. However, if Matip and Fabinho are fit, I'd still prefer those two over Kabak or Davies. Look, I honestly don't know who's going to be better fit till we see them play, but as you've said, buddy, it's just great to have those options there for the manager now. And I've got a feeling we'll see Joe Matip sold in the summer, if I'm being honest, because he's unreliable. Very reliable when he's on the pitch, don't get me wrong. Quality footballer, but we can't be going through season after season with having injury-prone centre-backs. If there's one part of the pitch where you need consistency, it's defence. You need a goalkeeper that can play most of the season, and you need a centre-back pairing that can play most of the season. This, if Kabak comes in and does really well, hits the ground running and becomes a success, then you're going to have Virgil van Dijk, you're going to have Joe Gomez, you're going to have Ozan Kabak, and I don't know, one or two others all challenging for that centre-back spot. So, you know, it's positive news. It's good news. News that we didn't know was coming yesterday, and news that is just a shot in the arm that the lads will need ahead of a really big week coming up. And again, I want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, Boyle Sports, for everything they've done. Our deal with Boyle Sports runs right through till the end of the season, and hopefully, you never know, maybe we'll be going into next season with the guys as well. But yeah, look, it's been cracking. I hope you enjoyed the stuff over on Mundo Sport recently. One Football were our first sponsors over on that channel. They're going to be sponsoring the next two watch-alongs over there that I'm doing as well. We'll be doing Manchester United against Southampton and then Manchester United against Everton, so make sure to check that out. You're going to have Lee Chappie over there. So much great stuff coming up. I really haven't slept much, folks. I'm absolutely buzzing at the minute. I think if we sell Matip for around 20 to 24 million, we can buy Kabak. I don't think we'll get that much money for Joe Matip. Important to remember, he has gone past the 30-year-old bracket. Other clubs will be aware of his injury record. So I think, you know, we may have to accept a bit of a lower fee there. But look, that's for the summer. With no need to really talk about that now. Kate, I think I have a bug. I always get sick when I don't sleep. Damn you, deadline day. I hope that you feel better soon, Kate. I really do. Carmo's not coming in, Neil. No, the deals have been done. It's Kabak and it's Davies. The other ones aren't going to happen. There's been loads of names thrown around today. The guy from Braga, the guy from Marseille. But the one that has happened, the two that have happened, are Ben Davies and Ozan Kabak. Jota will be back very, very soon, Daniel. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me to hear in the next few days, maybe a week, that he's going to be back training. Yo, Craig, how are you? Said Jill. I'm really, really good, thank you. Rob Salmon, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Said at least Hendon, Fabinho and Thiago be back in midfield. That's the dream, buddy, isn't it? That is definitely the dream. That's the midfield trio that when Thiago was signed, I thought that we'd get to see a lot of as well. And you never know, we may even get good news towards the latter part of the season about maybe Virgil Gomez starting to come back a bit earlier than expected. But this gives the manager some much needed breathing space. And again will allow us to move players that belong in midfield back into midfield. Right, Connor has emailed me something that I can drag onto screen. Okie dokie, 1 second. Right, here you go. First official pictures. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Davies holding up his Liverpool shirt. Number 28. Looking pretty damn good. Looking delighted to be at the club as well. Absolutely wonderful to have him in. Welcome to Liverpool Football Club, Ben Davies. I do love the Nike gear, I have to say. And look at that. That looks like a man who is very, very happy with life, with joining Liverpool Football Club. Number 28, there with the shirt on. You love to see it. Thank you to Connor for getting that picture over to me nice and quick as well. This is why Mr. Crosby is the man. But look at him there, ladies and gentlemen. Already done, dusted and signed. First official pictures. Welcome to Liverpool Football Club, Ben Davies. He is now officially the best Ben Davies in the Premier League. Yes, Spurs fans, I said it, but it's okay. It's all in good jest. But yeah, there it is, the first shots of Ben Davies as a Liverpool player. Welcome, my man. The next ones out will, of course, be Ozan Kabak, and we'll get that over to you guys as soon as we get them. Let me just get rid of this picture, get back to the screen. Number 2 for Kabak. I'm not 100% certain of the number yet, but again, I will be back at 9:30, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to take you right through till the transfer window closes at 11 o'clock. So before I let you go, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're going to be joining again at 9:30, because it's going to be a long 90-minute stream. You guys will have every chance to get your questions in. I just wanted to get on here quick because, you know, first in and all that. Once I got the message on my phone from the journalist who I know is absolutely legit that it was a done deal, I had to get on here really quickly and get it done. This is the joy of the new iMac, by the way. It means that I don't have to spend half an hour getting set up. I can jump on and do streams straight away. So again, to everyone that sent us super chats, donations towards the iMac, I really do appreciate it. We have a bit of a way to go yet to pay her off, but thankfully it's allowed me to do stuff like this. So again, thank you. If you want to become a member of Anfield Agenda FC, don't forget to hit that blue join button or have a look at the link in the description. Also, I'm going to be sharing a link later on tonight as well. Remember I spoke about that gentleman, the young man who was looking for the liver transplant. Well, the GoFundMe link is in the description of the stream, and lots of other stuff as well that we'll talk about later on. But look, folks, unfortunately for me, I've got to leg it because, believe it or not, I've got even more content to make. But I will be back at 9:30. Hit the subscribe button before you head off. Drop a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts on Liverpool's 2 newest signings in the comment section below. I will see you wonderful people at 9:30. I hope that you're all as happy as I am. Love each and every one of you guys.